is not here. No, I'll stop looking for it. It'll turn up. I'm not worried about it. As a matter of fact, that's probably a vehicle that doesn't need to have a windscreen. It's got a 125 millimeter cannon that's being a large cannon, regardless of what it is, being fired off the back of it. Probably going to shatter the windshield. Okay, so probably put a windscreen or something. Put a bars or something across that thing. So probably don't need to. Probably not a good idea for that, anyways. All right, so let's grab a little box. We need a little box that the stuff that we're working on can stay in. Okay, so we're going to use this right here. The Earthman. All right. And let's take apart this this particular vehicle. I don't want to finish that. This is a really interesting color. We'll keep this handy. Now, I already have a drill bit that's in here. Let me get my foot pedal over here. And it might be a little too big, but it might not be. So let's put something soft to put this on. All right. And all we're going to do is we're not going to try to take that peg out. That's a pain in the ass. Takes way too long. And honestly, I feel like it's dangerous. It feels like I'm playing with sharks. So we're just going to grind around it. And it takes forever and a day, too. That should be enough. Well, it should be, but it isn't. We went all the way around. All right, so we're going to pop this out. There's nothing on the... Yeah, there is. There's like this little plastic piece. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Maybe this has had something else on the back and it broke that off. Okay. Like a kickstand or something. Ow, bitch! We don't need you, especially if you're going to bite. Go away, bitch. All right. Oh, I don't need to do that. I should have an X-Acto knife out here. I should have an X-Acto knife out here. It's a lot sharper than the one I have inside. And then we'll do the same thing around this one. Just go around the edge. And we have Release-al. All right, let's look at what kind of dope shit this is. So here's, I love bending over on the weekends. All right, this needs to chill the hell out, man. This is so much bling. We have a roll cage in here. All right, we'll make sure we're going to actually use one of the points and build this thing with a roll cage. Okay, it takes up a slot, but hey, look, the thing's got a damn roll cage on it. It's kind of cool. You know, you can see it in there. What is this on the back? It's so damn shiny, I can't make out what it is. A couple seashells or something? I'm not sure what it is. This will all be prime black. This finish is beautiful. Almost like it's got a face on it. That'll paint up well. I just don't like this HW on it. What do we got out here to drink? It's not alcoholic. Do not want to drink alcohol. I don't even want to drink alcohol, period. But power tools? No. No, I need to keep on my fingers. Hot wax, hot wave. What else is HW? Hot heat wave. We'll leave it for now. Okay, this is all in parts to be clear coated. Okay, next. The boost and the boombox. Hawaii. Well, the people that are going to be driving it won't be Hawaii. Whatever that means, unless it looks like M&M. Peanut M&Ms? Yeah. Let's take this boom guy away. Now this is a vehicle I actually considered buying for the boom boxes. A regular truck doesn't have enough places to put the wall of amps. The wall of amps is 3 slots. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so this is like a false on it. And here's the amps. All right. Let's see what we can come up with. Let's take the boost apart. Le boost. A lot quicker than taking the centers of these things out, that's for sure. This thing melted so much it's stuck onto the drill bit. Yep. This is the way to do it, folks. Oh yeah, we're modifying all these things, man. Thanks for coming by. This is still not loose. Just forget cutting the rivets. Just go around them. Just go around the plastic. You're gonna hot glue gun it. Hot glue gun really the best. Epoxy, something like that. Or back end if you need to close it up. You're not getting all those metal, the pieces of the metal everywhere, metal shavings. No, they're just basic box. They're not motorized. Oh, we got seats, my friends. We got seats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a 12-pack. All right, and what's the inside of this thing look like? This is all, oh yeah, we want to keep this graffiti. Okay, because it actually says "ain't fair" on it. I know it's backwards. Nothing I can do about that. All the video is backwards, so we'll paint the inside of this. If I decided to put this boom on here, what could I do? What could I do? Let's see. Let's put this back how it goes. Nope, it's the other way. All right. You know, if I follow, because on the top of here, there's basically some vents. And this kind of has a dip in it with a couple of speakers. So I think if I take off all this extra plastic, it might come really close to fitting where it's supposed to. All right. I said we give it a shot. I said we give it a shot. We got an X-Acto knife here. We don't need to modify this at all. It's this part, this car that was basically junk to begin with. Let's cut the speakers off. I'm not even going to switch your drill bits. Now I'm going to cut way out here so we don't damage any of this stuff. Okay. That's probably not going to be usable. Is there an engine in there? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's... So what we're going to do is, actually we're going to have it go like this. We're going to cut this as flush as it can be. So this is just sitting on the top like this, and obviously it won't be silver. I think it'll work. I really do think it'll work. All right. Is this what we want to cut it with? Well, we have the clippers here, okay? So this can make short work of some of this stuff. We want to take that off. Glare is brutal here. This is just figuring shit out. I've never done this before, but I got a clue. I've never ridden this horse, but I'm not new to the rodeo. And I'm probably going to have to sit down because the next step is probably going to be a little time intensive. Maybe not. We won't need this. Throw that in the garbage. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of having all those metal shavings everywhere. Let's move that away. We don't want that damaged. Now we got all the, let's check it again to make sure that we think we're on the right page. Now, I think that if we get this smooth, if we smooth the bottom so it's flat, this should lay right exactly where we need it to. And then we can have the boom bus. Boom bus! The boom bus is really, the rules for that are really creative. Really, really creative. There's some creative stuff in this game. I don't really think that the background fluff story is, but a lot of the other stuff is. All right, this is being used to carry this, so let's move this out of the way. All right. Yeah, you got to use the foot pedal because the Dremel, even with the adjustable speed, it's way too fast. It's way, 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 way too fast. And this will at least allow you to do it at a crawl. Okay. Put that off to the side. We don't need that. This is a cheap hobby, folks. It can be. All right, let's see if this is this the drill bit we want to use? Maybe if I use something that wasn't so devastating on plastic. Let's see what my other options are here. This would probably work. This is a polishing wheel. Let's try this first. This might not be abrasive enough. We have a bunch of really cheap attachments that aren't necessarily Dremel brand that work just fine. Only thing I don't like about this thing is you can't just loosen it and then loosen it the rest of the way with your fingers. It's almost like you're going to melt things with friction, not exactly. You don't really need cutting power. It's almost like the friction's enough. All right, so let's test it on something we don't need, like this over here. Yeah, I like that. Except it's kind of eating this. I wonder if this is a puck. All right, let's try this. Well, we found a drill. We found something to take graphics off. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now I'm not going to take the actually HW off because it's part of the whole flame thing on the side of that one. But okay. And I don't really know what these things are for because I got them like my wife ended up buying this at a garage sale. Okay, we're not going to use this then. This is. I have a couple of bits that are like that. All right. Then if that's the case, what was the other one I was potentially going to use? This one? Yeah, this was definitely a grinder. Okay, well, we might have it. We definitely are going to have a use for that. Shit, I should test that right now. Yeah, let's go back to it. I gotta know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind. All right, let's take this redneck truck. Okay, and say I want to remove one of the things that's written on it. think it's a Matchbox, so it's not. It doesn't have an HW logo on it. Yeah, I mean, I got this one too that comes to a point. That's even better. Let's learn a new skill, folks. Owen the Lego Master. What do I have in all my Legos? My brother probably got them. Let's see here. What do we got on here that we want to try to remove? Let's try to remove this BF Goodrich. Let's see if we can do that. A little BF Goodrich logo on here. Yeah, it works, but it does kind of damage the color a little bit. Okay, so it kind of works. All right. Well, it's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be, but... All right, this goes away, and we're going to put this one, which is probably overkill. But it's... I have limited things. Well, hold on, I got some more over here. Yeah, let's go with that. This would be suicide if I had a regular Dremel. The lowest speed on the regular Dremel is way too fast. Okay, that worked relatively well. Now we just need to do the same thing to this other side. Or we could use wet dry sandpaper and be here a month. I knew this was coming. I've actually been listening to music that is background music for some of my videos through KineMaster. So I've been listening to all the urban music. I'm not a fan of that snare drum sound, but maybe if you get to look at cool vehicles, I'm all right with it. You know, there's just some musical instruments I don't really care for. I don't care for a banjo. I don't care for a fiddle. I don't care for the snare drum. A little rattlesnake sound, you know? You know what I'm talking about. It's like in every, like, hip-hop song. Sounds like a rattlesnake. You don't know if there's an instrument that bothers you? Oh, we can come up with one. What about didgeridoo? What about a didgeridoo and a didgeridoo and accordion? Make a band with 4 instruments and find the most annoying one. Bagpipe's actually not that bad. You could make a bagpipe work. Different things. An accordion. I was listening to something the other day and I realized I like the cowbell songs. I like songs that have cowbell in them. And it just works. I mean, it doesn't work for everything, but man, I think this is going to be like spot on, man. Once we get that flat, I mean, hell, the angle's even the same. It's like people play didgeridoo are annoying, but I like the didgeridoo. You gotta be upwind of people to play a didgeridoo. You know what I mean? I think it's just an excuse to have a bong with you that you play. I'm guessing, you know. Did you watch any Bond movies yet this weekend? There's lots of movies I haven't seen. I wish I could watch them while I did this, but I can't. Ultraman. I don't even know what that looks like. These aren't the super readers. Let's put the super readers on. There we go. Now we can see what we're doing. There's a lot of glare here. It also doesn't help that this is a chromed part. Yeah, I wish I could watch movies and do this, but alas, it's not possible. That's pretty freaking close, man. That's really pretty freaking close. And I don't know that I want to shave this down. Well, it cuts easy enough. I will. No AC for you folks. Man, that ain't fair. That's the name of the bus. I'm gonna get my sanding things, whatever the hell those things are called. Right back. I just brought them all out here. F it. I'm losing my vocabulary. You like weird movies. I saw some people the other day, they were commenting on a movie that I didn't finish seeing because it was like a soup sandwich. More messed up than a soup sandwich. And that is Sucker Punch. Did you see Sucker Punch? I never finished watching it. I had trouble falling asleep last night. I had too much coffee way too late. And if it happens again, then I'm just going to go ahead and download whatever that thing's called. Borderlands 4. I played till I can't take it anymore. Which I'll eventually get. I'm not in a huge hurry to get it. I'm really enjoying doing this right now. This is my happy place. Okay, so if we do this way, this goes over here. You've never seen that movie before. It just sounds like something you'd watch. It's kind of out there. I think we need to remove. If I remove. Probably need to sand this down. Sand that a little bit down. Probably the worst movie that's ever been recommended to me was Napoleon Dynamite. Probably the worst that I can think of right now. I've seen worse movies than that, not many, but that one was recommended to me, and I'm like, awkward pauses don't create humor to me. You know, that's just like somebody forgot their fucking lines. I think this is going to be worth it. And even though this is clear, the top of this bus isn't going to be clear. It's going to be, well, the body color or something like that. You've been in old European movies lately. They get really weird. Well, I don't mind foreign movies as long as the quality's good on them. And foreign movies are as good as American movies now. European movies, what, like Hostel? I can't believe I sat through that one. I did not like that movie. I don't remember why. It was not Saw. Saw was fucking great. The first Saw was great. The ending to the first Saw is great. That's one of those. I was talking about that the other day. We were talking about somebody who had really good endings that weren't expecting it. That's got to be one of them, or at least I didn't expect it. There we go. How are we looking now? I think I could probably leave it like that and it probably would work. The movie I think I'll watch next is called Malpertuis. It looks super weird. Your girlfriend watches those, or you on your own? I wish my wife would watch stuff like Black Mirror and stuff, but no, can't watch that. She says is her disclaimer. She's not good at those movies, at watching movies. And I'm not a huge movie watcher, so it's not like it's a big loss. Like, I'm sure you enjoy movies a lot more than I do. Okay, I'm fine with it at the front. What is this case it comes in? Let's take a look at this. Let's cut this. Let's cut this off. Let's cut this off here. And see if we can't incorporate this. This truck is now officially parts. Kartoffelpuffer. What is that? You watch them on your own? I feel like I know what that is. That's not but that potato pancake thing, is it? Oh, Paul should know. Paul the German. When's Oktoberfest end? It better be on October 31st, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. You guys got to change the name of the holiday or the time of year. All right, let's see if we put this frame on this. Is it better or worse? I feel like it's better, but it has a bigger gap. It's a potato pancake, okay. It's canceled this year because of the what bomb threat. Did a war happen? Nobody told me? Send those the DS9 folks? Those guys don't screw around. Send those guys in and straighten things out. Whatever happened to that panther that one guy had in his basement? They moved it up to the museum. Remember some German guy that had a panther in a basement? Talk about a do-it-yourself nut. Like, that's a big basement. How do you get that thing out? Any Panzerkampfwagen, unless it's a 1. You know, but a Panzer III. How the hell do you get a Panzer III out of a basement? One track link at a time. Okay. I like that there's kind of a frame around these things. However, it sticks out farther. Now, with that, I think I like it better. I think I like it better. And I think I could just build sides to it. And it would work. And then you're gonna bust with a big boom. No, some American called it in, and yes, did DS9. They're still looking for the person who called it. Yeah, those guys don't fool around. And the French guys, too. But I forget what the hell the French guys are called. GIGN, is that what it is? You know, when I went to St. Martin, the French side of the island, the cops are all French. And they all have MP5s. So they're running scooters I think they're running motorcycles, but they got MP5 strapped to the back. They're not fucking around. Of course, I don't care. I'm not causing any problem. I see somebody that's an officer of the law, well armed, and I'm not going to cause any trouble. I'm not going to cause any trouble even if they're unarmed. You know, so I'm not exactly the food group that misbehaves. Okay, so this thing definitely needs to be repainted, and I could probably repaint it right here. We don't need to take these parts off, the yellow and the black. They can just, well, they should be able to come off to be able to get in there a little bit better. You have those at home? Americans. There's a few Americans in Texas, aren't there? It's funny, when you say Americans, you know, it's United States of Americans. You know, even though it's like, oh, you mean North Americans, like people like from Mexico? No. No, nobody refers to Mexicans as North Americans, even though they are, you know, but I don't know why this does not want to pop off. Comrade, pop off! Let's see if we can nudge it on you. Maybe not. All right, well, we can get in there with a black and make sure that all that is painted. So we're going to paint that black. We're going to... I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to hold off on painting this thing. This is extra parts. This will get painted. All right, let's move on to the next one. What is the next one we brought? White trash. We need to take apart this white trash truck and see exactly what we're dealing with. I'll have to change the drill bit back. Yeah, this country's ate up with Americans. I just don't know how that happened. Our special force is called K5K. Just a cool fact. KSK is the first K Kampf? You know, if I was going to make my own set of World War II rules, which I'm not going to, but if I did, I already have a name for them. And that's, shit, I don't remember how to pronounce it anyway. Is it Kampfgescheit? Battle Spirit. I forgot what the second part of it is. You got a set of rules, and it's got some German name. You know, it's some World War II set of rules. Even if it includes Japanese, it's almost like an afterthought. Kampfgeist. Kampfgeist, that's what it is. Just go around the rivet. So much quicker. You don't have those horrible metal shavings everywhere. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff inside here. All right, this we're not repainting. We're not repainting this at all. This will prime. We'll prime black. And we can remove the wheels so we can get to all the pieces, parts in there. All right. Who's next? This guy. We definitely look. The magnet definitely works. It's held in place. It's not my first rodeo with the magnets, so we'll need that. That's not going to be primed. That one's just clear coated. And the pick 'em up truck is also clear coated. All right, so what we're going to do first is let's go ahead and do the things that are going to need to be clear coated. Because I'd rather put the clear coat first. If there's any leftover of the clear coat on the black, it's not a big deal. If you do it backwards, then you got an issue. I don't know what the fuck that goes to. All right. So let's see if what I've been doing lately with the airbrush works. We do not pull it apart and clean it well, because that's really time sensitive. It's not that I'm never going to do it. I'm just not doing it currently in the stuff that I'm working on. I'm using it way too often. Okay. Yay! I finally got a like. All right. HW hot wax. So we're going to use, for the flat coat, we're going to use this Vallejo Premium. And I should probably clear coat my vehicles that are complete, that are inside. We'll go get them when we're done with all this. Looks okay, so we'll test it with some homemade airbrush cleaner. I should press down and get nothing, and I have nothing. And now I have something. Perfect. Okay, so I cleaned it well enough. You got to get going. Okay? All right, man. See you tomorrow, maybe. All right. Let me go ahead and grab Gaslands vehicles. I need another box. I'm going to use the lid to this Airfix Opal Blitz. Grab that. Just going to go grab the 3 vehicles that we finished this morning. And I'm not a huge fan of airbrushing. I only do it so I don't have to use rattle cans. And we didn't glue the wheels on that guy. All right. Schadenfreude first. The interior is not painted, so I might as well just not worry about it. Yeah, look, it's even moving with that. All right. Do you have any stickum here? No. Damn it. All right. And this is really light. I mean, it dries immediately. This one does have an interior on it. Gee whiz, man. I thought I'd done the wheels. I guess I didn't do them. I get it. You like the roll. I get it. You like the roll. And the rabbit. It does have an interior on it. Oh, but we super glued it together. We hot glue got it together. Because I destroyed the... I had to destroy this one, taking it apart. We took it apart the old way. We're not doing that anymore. All right. So what else do we have to clear coat? Since we have the clear coat out. Well, we have this pick-em-up truck. Let's go ahead and put more of this in. And it has a glossy finish. So all we did was we added a clear coat on here to let the wash adhere. There's an alligator clip here to move this thing around. Damn, well that's not supposed to happen. Well, I didn't fall on the floor. Weak point. Okay, we're going to leave this one as is. We're just going to flatten it as well. Oh, we got the plastic still in there. And I'm fine with the plastic, the front edge being frosted. That's fine. You can strip this. It's just unnecessary. It's got some decent looking graphics on the side there that will get lost if I strip it. Okay, we have the armored car. I'm going to go ahead and spray it with the windows in it. And of course, this Joker's going to roll, isn't it? This one's super shiny. And it's not a super heavy wash, but it's enough of a wash that it doesn't look like all the exact same color everywhere on the paint. You are in the wrong place, my friend. Okay. The bus, we're going to keep the color. What else do we have? That's going to be the body color. I think that's it. Everything else is primer black. Use the magic brush they give you. right, now we're going to use primer, and the bad news is we're basically out of the one-shot primer from Ammo, which is significantly better than the Viejo one. So I'm going to use the Viejo primer, and hopefully we don't have a jam session. But it frequently does not like to behave. We're gonna thin this down with Mr. Abbas's magic formula. Mix it. Okay. We're good. All right. First things first, we need to prime the bottom of the bus. Make sure this doesn't, I can't get this thing apart. No, it's being a bitch. Makes cleanup a little easier. Now I'm probably going to let this primer sit overnight, not mess with it till tomorrow morning in the paint session. All right. What else goes with the bus? I don't want to accidentally get... Where's my tape? If I had another hand, that's how you do it. Now, what's this thing back here? I don't think that's supposed to be in a color. Perfect. Perfezione. I'm going to paint all this black for the time being. Man, what time is it? I'm freaking hungry, man. We'll eat after. Do people do videos of that stuff? I guess I could just look it up. We got hot girls eating or something like that. They've got to do that. Not that. There's got to be somebody that's into like that. Cute girls eating a sandwich. All right. We got a lot of orange here. A lot. A lot of orange. Well, we're going to need to do this. And immediately, like, moving on me. All right, what else are we doing on here? That's we need a roll cage for the for sizzle. Yeah, it's already jamming here. And that's with it being thinned out a little bit. I gotta do some grocery shopping tomorrow. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prioritize doing that earlier rather than later. So if I don't do a show in the morning, I'll be back on. Alright, that goes to that one. We're going to leave these rims in gold. Perfect. This, none of this is going to be gold. This is absurd. It's actually kind of pretty because it's like a deep gold color. The man with the golden engine. Oh, now we're out. All right, well, let's give this a clean. All right, so we're going to put some of the thinner. Do not fall over. We don't want you to fall over. And use the brush to scrub this stuff off, which works really well. This is the brush that came with the airbrush. It's very stiff and it doesn't lose its shape for some reason. And there's no point in, I'll run some of it out through the nozzle. Now, I'm going to put a little bit back in here, and we're going to backflow this a little bit. Loosen anything up. Yeah, I've been on here like an hour and a half. I'm telling you, this like eats up your... The only thing I don't like about this hobby is it makes your day go by way too fast. But, you know, we got to work on this stuff. Otherwise, why do we get these things? Yeah, I got to do grocery shopping for the week. We'll find out what time some of these stores open. That's when we'll be there. And I'll try not to go to the section that has any Hot Wheels cars. You know, I'm like good for a year. Like there's nothing new. Like if you've got everything, you know, it's not like any of these stores are going to have inventory from previous years. You know, it's like it's past the middle of 2025. You're not going to have any 2024 cars. All right. We got the scooper here. Where is the clamp? Oh, look. You could just hold on to it with a magnet. But that just won't do. So, let's see, attached like this. All right, we need new primer in here. Because we're out. All right, so let's put magic formula in first. 30% is what he recommends. I just wing it. Prevents tip dry. It's really good for that. All right. Chrome gold paint. It actually looks pretty cool. It's just inappropriate. It's a nice gold color. It's orangey a little bit. All right. There's that. That's that part of that thing. I'm actually going to leave them out here. Yeah, we got a lot of the garbage truck to do. Okay, where's the front of the garbage truck? We'll get this done. No, we did not get that done. And what I'd like to do is when we go back inside tomorrow morning, we're going to do them in order. So we're going to work on Gold Digger first. Good Lord, man. Like Puddle Hopper? No, Puddle Hopper is something different. And just to make sure we're on the right page, like a scorpion's tail. Yeah. All right. What does that leave us with? This is the interior of that truck. All quiet on the western front. Probably a good idea just to leave these overnight. I have this stuff set pretty well. Not really in a hurry. I could certainly get a Gold Digger done tomorrow. Maybe one other one. Shouldn't be an issue. You know, if I don't, that's not a big deal. We should have 2 trucks done by the time we play next over with Mitch. Should be pretty easy accomplishment to do. Now, I got a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to doing. Man, you are a noisy fucker today, aren't you? We'll have a purge. There's a group that meets at one of the hobby stores in Tampa that apparently have a diecast meeting once a month. I'm not driving 2 hours for that. And I've seen their pictures online. There's nothing inspirational there. You know, I'm not going to learn some new tricks or whatever from what I've seen. We're going to leave the wheels in white on the garbage truck, or at least the original color. You gonna blow? Thank you. I'm running it at really high pressure though, to make sure we don't have a jam session. You know, my wife has been gone for a few days, and honestly, I haven't missed her because I've stayed busy. And it's also kept me from having only one breakfast and one lunch. But when you stay busy, you gotta have multiple lunches, multiple breakfasts. And it's really a lot of fun. At least for me, to play some game that has really nicely painted things. If every time you play, you're adding 2 to 3 new vehicles. Keeps it fresh. Okay. And now the undercarriage of this orange bastard. And I think that's it. Oh, we're out? Well, that's kind of bad timing. It's not even add any lube in this. Let's see what happens. I do have one more. I have the undercarriage here of the old redneck truck. Yeah, so white trash is 30-something points. So is Gold Digger. So is the bus, and so is the big redneck truck with a big old cannon. Big old cannon. I think that's everything. I think that's everything. This is the interior of a different pickup truck. This is the one for that one. We got, I guess we can prime this whole thing. Big old redneck cannon. I don't know how this is going to turn out. It doesn't look very good, honestly. The cannon part. We'll make it look as good as we can. If we can't make it look good, there's no hope for it. Don't know what color I'm going to paint that thing. Probably should be brown, but Okay, that's it for tonight. So all we're going to do is run the rest of this paint out. Close the lid on it. A little bit of this thinner. And I hate this. It's 7:20 and it is pitch black outside. It's going to be like this at 6:20 in a month. That's just terrible. I like this time of year, but a time change is just a pain in the ass. It's elastic. This primer is like the elastic. It's like that symbiotic stuff from Venom. Sticky, goopy cobweb. Okay, so that's where we're going to leave it at. We're going to shut this thing down. We'll come back and grab these things in the morning. They should be nice and dry by then. And we'll see you guys on the flip side. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.